Good morning, everybody. Back at it again. Sunday morning. Trying to get some stuff done before it get too hot. I think I stayed out here till like 1 yesterday. Trying to get stuff done, wrapped up. For the most part, well, I do need to get in the trunk. I got fitted some stuff up, well, putting the loom back on the wires, basically going to my tail lights and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because that's all I need to do is that. But I guess you could say it's one thing less finished, or one thing done that I don't need to do later on or whatever. And then I need to do some wiring inside the car. My adapters came in yesterday that hopefully I could run that dash 20 radiator fittings, hoses, and hoses that I bought because the CVR ones you don't have to even tell me they're too long because they'll hit the frame. But I went to Donuts and Coffee, and I seen a dude had these on his Auto Plum. They based out of Edmond, Oklahoma. So if somebody trying to, do what I'm trying to do, they can hit them up and get those. They actually sell those adapters, and they actually sell hose fittings. What else? Hose, the AN hose, and they sell some other stuff. But the only thing I need is those, and I might have to hit up Red Horse again for the bottom because I'm either gonna need a 45 or a 60. They don't sell 60. Red Horse don't sell 60, but Auto Plum do, and I hit them up to ask if the hose that I got is compatible with their stuff, and he said it should be compatible, but they only didn't ran into certain cases where the stuff is not compatible. So we're gonna find out because I need to move all my stuff out the way so I can see the length of Auto Plums compared to CVF, because I'm pretty sure CVF's adapters is too long, and as you saw, Auto Plums is not that long. So because where my outlet's at for the radiator, if I add CVF's adapter, it'll go on, but a fitting wouldn't go on because it's like right there by the my frame. So seeing that there's a shorter, I should have a little bit more clearance where I could either get a 45 or a 60. So I said we're gonna find out about that. As far as with, man, like I said, man, I waited 5 months for this thing. Look at that, man. It's so pretty. I gotta make my mind up about that, because I mean that's like $215 right there. But I'm planning on getting an MC, and so that's made for a G body, and of course an MC is a G body. Like I mentioned before, I might put it on to see what it's gonna look like, but I kind of don't. It depends, because I was up and down a lot yesterday messing with this car. But like I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, or last weekend, I got my yoke. Man, hey, it's constructed very well. I'm not complaining about that, man. And then I got my U-joints too. Hold on. That's what they recommended. That's what Strange recommended for the U-joints or whatever, Dana Spicer U-joints. I think that might be it. I got a ton of parts, man. I got a lot going on. But let me get this stuff out the way. If I do get under the car today, I might try to mess with my e-brake cable. So we'll see. But let me get all this stuff out the way, man, and start knocking some stuff down while it's still cool out. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Like I mentioned yesterday, man, all this right here, like all this here is turn signal stuff. And then I got the wire that I ran yesterday. It's right here. I actually do need to cut this off. This is actually hot when my battery is hooked up, and I don't need that no more. This is the wire to my fuel sender. It actually needs to go with this one. That ground wire I ran yesterday. I think that might be it. But yeah, like I was talking yesterday, or it might have been the day before, I bought this ATO fuse blocks power tap set. I got it from American Auto Wire. These fuse box, they was on my original OG fuse panel, but I cut one off and took it to I went to Napa and O'Reilly's, and they didn't even know what it was. They didn't even know what these things were. And I was just so happened, you know, I was strolling on Summit and they popped up, and I was like, oh man, I need these. So when I get the Dakota Digital Dash, I know I know that box, the control box, needs to have a power, 12-volt power at all times, and I'm going to use these to do that with. And then where is these wires at? It's this. This is what I'm about to mess with right now. It's to my transmission gauge. I got the okay, I was trying to figure out what that wire was going to. That big that big I think it's a 12 gauge wire. I was trying to see what that was going to, Because like I said, man, I gotta remember what I was doing prior to me getting locked out of my own stuff. But and the cool thing about it, I don't know, I wrote down which one is which because they mark them on here for you, and I was just trying to see like how many I have in one, because it's like they got one for 12 volt battery, and then they got one for ignition, so you can, you know, I know how many I got, and just basically kind of just get down through there with that thing. But I think with this pink wire, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it on 12 volt because so it'll be with my, when I turn my lights on, you know, it's gonna kick on with my lights, you know what I'm saying, at night. So I mean, it makes sense just to do it like that. But I think that might be it. Cause we get a nice cool breeze. I got the door open on that end. Cause shoot, right, A's right there at the top, so I might as well go ahead and roll with that one. And I think these are for 12 and 14 gauge, I think. So it's right up my alley. So I was like, yeah, I got lucky with that. I might order me some more just so I can have them, because I want to say that was like 20, maybe 2021 or 2022 when I was actually trying to, you know, get these. And also Autometer recommends a let's see, 16. Man, these things might be 12. It might be 14 to 16 gauge. I don't know. I can't remember. But Autometer recommends an inline fuse. I think a 3 amp inline fuse. With this stuff. I got these off of Summit. I just need to trim that down. It's too long. And I think they said it made for, or they recommended like 20 gauge for these things. But trying to find my fuses. Anyway, I'll mess with it later. Yeah, that's pretty dope though, that I finally found it. Shoot. You gotta look and see how these suckers go in there. And if I need to get it out, it looks like it goes this way. But yeah, man, it took me forever to find these things. But yeah, Autometer recommends a 3 gauge fuse for these. Trim it up a little bit more. Yeah, they recommend a 3 inline. And then I think with Dakota Digital, they recommend 5 to 20 gauge for that fuse panel. For that control panel. Of course, I'm probably gonna end up going with a 20. I'm thinking about something. You know what? I'm gonna wait. It sucks because I just did that. And I'm wasting these. Well, not necessarily. Because these fuses are 16 gauge. And I forgot I got some 14 gauge inline fuses coming. I forgot. So I gotta wait on that. Make sure that's there. I gotta utilize this thing because they only gave you so many. I think it's like 10 of them maybe. And they only gave you so many, so let me just go ahead and stop. I forgot all about that because I was like, man, I do got an order coming. I think it's supposed to be here tomorrow. I need to check. But I don't know if I'm gonna pull this bad boy out tomorrow though, because let me go ahead and stop. I forgot all about that mess. But I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what I could do now. I know I can wrap that stuff up in the bag. Let's see. I'll tell you back on here in a minute. I'm just trying to see how this bad boy go look in there. It looks like we got a little bit more fluid. But like I said, mentioned before, when I got it towed, the tow truck driver, he had this car like at a crazy angle. And it was on a hill. And he kind of like had it sky high in the air, and transmission fluid started running out. But man, for the most part, that sucker look good. I got it all the way in. I see we probably got about maybe like an inch and a half, 2 inches. But it's seated. It look good though, for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it in there. Let's go ahead and put it back in the box. But for the most part, man, it look good. Sorry, I'm trying with the shakiness. I'm just trying to, you know, see what it's gonna look like. But yeah, it's all the way seated. I kind of mess with it when I get off camera to see if it goes in anymore. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure that it's seated. It's kind of hard to, you know, hold my phone and, you know, trying to mess with it at the same time. But man, this sucker gonna be nice when I get it all together. But one step at a time, that's for sure. That's all I can do, you know. But next up, like I said, it's probably gonna be my digital dash. Try to get the dashboard done. Guy says it's gonna be maybe till November or something like that before he can get to it. But I'm gonna check with this guy down towards Dallas, see what he looking like. I need it to be done, but I'm not gonna just take this to any old body to get it done. So we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut y'all off. Outside of that, that's the pan back. You know, I told you about that. I put the fuel filter in yesterday. I want to kind of maybe, I sold my bracket to Pat, because pretty much I know it wasn't gonna go on that deal back there. But I need some clamps, kind of like the clamps I got my fuel pump on, so that my fuel filter and stuff kind of be out the way. But I got on something yesterday, I was trying to look, but I couldn't find none like that. So I don't know, we'll see. But I might have some. I have to look for them. Anyway, y'all have a good Sunday. Hope y'all had a good weekend. It's Sunday fun day. Don't get in too much trouble. like, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all on the next video. This is the CBF one that I've been, I got installed on the inlet of the radiator. This is the auto plumb, and I'm pretty sure it might be close to 3/4 to an inch shorter. I'm not gonna lie, I like the CBF one better, the installment, because I looked at the installation video on auto plumb, and man, you got to put grease, and then you got to put that sealant, that black sealant, and I don't like that because it gets all on your fingers. It's hard to get it off. This one, you don't have to do all that. You gotta, you gotta bust all this loose. I think they said it's like in 4 pieces, and that silver piece, it looked like it's not a snap ring, I don't know, but you gotta put grease on that, and then it's another inner piece, but you gotta put that sealant on, and then you gotta wrap this on some sticky tape, or it looked like memory cloth, or yeah, it looked like memory cloth, but it's a adhesive on one side, and you gotta wrap this piece around it, and you have to have a I can't even think of the not a ratchet strap, it's called a anyway, I can't remember what it's called, but at the moment, we used to deal with them in the oil field. We used to have them in the oil field and stuff we was doing. But man, I just wanted to show this. Hopefully I'm able to install it down there, because that's the problem I'm having, is that if I go with it, the frame is literally right there. So yeah, and then that might be a 60 bend. It might not be a 45. It might work. We gonna see. But cause I got the hose, one end of the hose right here, but I don't have the other end. It made sense to order the fittings first, the adapter first, then order the fitting, and just kind of go from there. But we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just looking at the way I could do it, because I got a 90 in my cart on Red Horse, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. But I just wanted to tap in real quick and show what I got going on as far as like with this. But like I said, it's auto plumb, red flow, I think that's what it say. Just get on their website and get what you need. But I'll holler at y'all.